Okay, I'm just testing this to see if it's working. Are you working? Are you recording at all? I don't know. I can't tell. I'm just going to keep going as if. Acting as if this is true. This is what we do. Hello, my name is Campbell, and this is Stitch Therapy. Welcome to new subscribers. Thank you. Oh my God, I am so grateful that you have decided to hang out with me for a little bit. And any subscriber, actually, it's amazing. And thank you so much for the comments over the last 3 videos. Thank you to people who have emailed me pictures of their patterns and stitches that are similar to mine. Thank you so much. I have a couple thrift shop finds. I have I have a thrift shop save. Actually, if you were watching last video, I said we should all have a thrift shop save. So maybe I'll do that one first. I have an update on Eden. I'm almost done with page 19. And I have an old finish, a very old finish that's been on my wall for a while that I wanted to show you. And I have an update on my long dog sampler. I'm not sure what to do first. Maybe I will show you my calendar of days. All right, here's the thing. This week, while I've been stitching on Eden, I have been obsessed, completely obsessed, with Jane and Julie running with scissors. I love them so much. Love, 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 love. And they make me laugh out loud. I cry, I laugh. It's better than cats. I want to see it over and over again. I am up to, I think, episode 15 or 16. I've really been binge watching. I watched their latest one, but then I wanted to go back and watch all the other ones. You ladies are amazing. And I feel like stitching while watching them is a little bit like hanging out with my mom when my mom was alive. Julie reminds me a lot of how my mom was. And Jane reminds me a lot of myself. Love you. So yeah. Although I also was talking last week about heart anger and those patterns, and I mentioned heart anger, and then as if my YouTube algorithm had heard me say that or something, I saw Jane and Julie for the first time. And they were talking about heart anger. And I was like, what the? Really? And that's what hooked me in. And I've never done heart anger. My mom did, as I told you guys last week, with Ginny Thompson and Danish American Days. Okay, I'm babbling. Let me show you my book of days. Jane and Julie we're talking about book of days and how to set them up and what to do with them, and I will show you mine. Okay, here it is. One moment. No? That must be birds are reminding me to send you guys over to Laura's Flosstube, which is I Stitch Birds. And if you've never seen Laura, she is a Finnish stitcher who lives in Australia, and she's amazing, and we love her. And so please go and love her. You can subscribe here and ring the bell and whatever here, like, subscribe to my channel, but please go and like, subscribe to Laura. She's amazing. Okay, so this is, you guys are probably all really familiar with this. But when I found this, I was like, oh, how cool. So I bought it, and, oh, that's a poem I wanted to read you. So I bought it late. I bought it in February, I think. And then I went back and, well, no, it was the middle of January, because my brother, when it was being ordered by people on Flosstube, I was sort of not watching Flosstube through December. My brother died of cancer December 1st. So I was not doing a whole lot over Christmas. Christmas sucked. We had his funeral, and then I got COVID, and I was sick all through all through Christmas. So Christmas of 2022 pretty much sucked big eggs, raw eggs, and so January though, I got my stitch back on, and I ordered one of these, and I just started. I didn't know what other people were doing with theirs, but I started decorating mine. So my January is not very decorated. But I do have that I was stitching on page 10 of Eden. So you can, I've come quite a ways. I'm finishing up page 19 now. So page 10. February, I really got into it. February was a big grieving month. I was crying a lot in February, plus looking for a new job. So this was all of the stitching that I did in February. And some decorations here too. Yeah. Oh, this is funny. I'll read you some of this. So my diary for February, in this stitching diary says, or book of days, on February 1st, 19 pounds. Those of you who have seen previous ones are going to love this. 19 pounds of DMC floss delivered to my house. 2,700 skeins. Woohoo! Fabrics, beads, and blends in the box also. Bought for $147 on Facebook Marketplace. So there you go. It didn't come from a smoking house either. So all of you people who are afraid of buying things that are used, don't worry about it. Floss is okay. Floss is floss. And then the next day, February 2nd, purchase, Walmart, 7 times floss boxes. So I bought 7 boxes. I went to every Walmart in Waynesboro and Charlottesville and bought out the floss boxes. Because they were only like $3 a piece. Friday, finished page 10 of 42 on Eden. Saturday the 4th and through the next 2 weeks, I was spooling floss. And then on the 16th of February, I started page 11. So I have this marked as to where I was only monogamously stitching on Eden all through February and spooling in March. There were some times that I was just, I couldn't stitch. I think sometimes grief, for me, my grieving has been up and down. It's kind of like waves. For those of you who have lost somebody and use your stitching to process your grief, I still do it. But for me, I went through this angry period with my brother's death from cancer, and I decided that instead of pulling my threads really tightly, when I found that my tension was getting too tight on the 18 count Ada that I was stitching on, I decided that I would just bobbinate. And so much of March, I did do page 11 and 12 of Eden, and then I stopped. And in the middle of March, I just spent 2 weeks bobbinating. March was also the month that a dear friend, Kitty, died. And I cross-stitched a rabbit head for her that she asked me to cross-stitch. So, and I was at her house pretty much every day for the year and a half that she was in hospice. She and her husband, Bob, were very kind in letting me come over and cross-stitch and hang out with them. And, you know, it was, my brother was dying of cancer and Kitty was in hospice. And yeah, 2022 was a roller coaster. And I did not work that whole year and was basically hanging out with people that were dying. And April, after my brother's birthday, he would have been 61 on April 10th. I got back into stitching, and I also started really decorating this thing here. So I don't know if you can see that. Woo, look at all the stickers. Oh, stickers everywhere. Hey. And I also started putting the Serenity Prayer on every month. So this one has the Serenity Prayer there. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So I started putting the Serenity Prayer in here. May, there's the May Serenity Prayer, and lots of doggies and cows. I just clip stuff from everywhere. I don't know. Whoops, where's that? There you go. See, I'm learning this new camera. Sorry, guys. So I'm just, you know, learning how to do this camera. Nope. There we go. So little doggies and cows and things. I love this washi tape. I love washi tape now. So it looks like in May, I was really back into my stitching because I was doing 100 to 300 stitches on Eden a day. Literally. I finished a couple thousand stitches. I finished a single page in like 2 weeks, which was probably a record for me. And I started my Long Dog sampler, Queen's Gambit, which I will show you, on May 20th. So let me show you that. So this is what it looks like. Queen's Gambit. You're probably very familiar. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing. I am using 20 count black Ada. And I hope I can do this right. Okay. 20 count black Ada. And as you can see, I'm adding little details to the elephant. And the butterflies are all going to be B5200 DMC. And the red is a 347 DMC. And I'm doing 2/1. I know, it's crazy small. I have my magnifying glasses, so I'm not hurting my eyes. And then let me just bring back the picture. I want to show you, I'm going to do the castle and the knights across here. I'm going to do them in this Krynic silver stuff. It's like silver purple. I'm going to do it in that color and see how that goes. If I don't like it, I'll just take it out and do something else. But I think I'm going to try that. And then the hand down here. Ooh, come on, Campbell. Ugh. This is so counterintuitive to do this. The hand here and these pawns, I'm going to do with the Krynic 014 or whatever this is. Yeah, 014. 10 millimeter. So yeah, I know Krynic is awful to work with. I know. But I'm going to do it anyway. Plus I have the Stitching Roadie, Anna from Portland, Oregon. If you haven't seen her channel, please go check her out, like and subscribe as well. Give her some love. So Anna talked about how to seal the ends of these little doodads with a thread zapper. That's also in a previous video that you can check out. I think I did that in the last video. So I showed the thread zapper. So I'm going to do thread zappers on these and see if that helps to keep them from fraying. I also have thread waxy stuff. My mom just used a bar of soap. And then it just washes out when you wash the fabric, when you wash the piece. When it's done, it just washes out. So yeah, it's a little. You might get a little bit of soap on your fabric, but then it just washes out. She just used a white plain Dove bar. That's what Ginny Thompson told us to use. Just white plain, no perfume, no nothing, just plain old, maybe it was white dial. No, I think it was Dove. Anyway, it was something very like 70s banal kind of soap. But anyway, that's a tip from Ginny Thompson. God rest her soul in heaven. For those of you who don't know, I'm a therapist here in Augusta County in Virginia, and I'm an outpatient therapist. So sometimes people cancel or there are no shows. Ooh, that was a zipper, wasn't it? That's pretty loud. And so I always have something stitchy on hand at work. And those of you from last week know that I finished A Simple Heritage, which was, it was called The Misfit, but I didn't like that. So I put a quote from Brene Brown on there. So check out last week if you haven't seen it. This is my sampler for this week at work. So cute! So stinking cute! Yes, this is called The Individual. And I am an Enneagram 4, so I might just take the word the individual out and put Enneagram number 4. For those of you who don't know the Enneagram, I will let you Google it. It's pretty fun. And what number are you? Put it in the description. What number are you? Let's see. So back to, let's see what we're doing here with our book of days here. I got to May, didn't I? Right, May, June, long dogs, yes, Eden. Here's a cool picture. That was cool, right? I like that one. So May, I was working through the grief and it was getting better. And Eden, page 15, was finished in June. July was good. Lots more stitching, lots more pictures. Woof. Yes, that's a tall dog, not necessarily a long dog, but a tall dog. It's actually, I clipped it off of my dog's, their dog food bag. I'm telling you, I get stuff from everywhere. This is from my coffee. Oh, it's falling apart. This is from my coffee that I get at Kroger. It's chocolate raspberry coffee. It's my favorite. And the quote on August is from Pema Chodron. And here it is. It says, "We look into our hearts and begin to discover what is confused and what is brilliant and what is bitter and what is sweet. It isn't just ourselves that we're discovering. We're discovering the universe." That's a quote from Pema Chodron. I've been practicing meditation for many, many years, but I also use stitching as a meditation, and I really admire and I think maybe revere Pema Chodron. Yeah, she's one of the guiding lights in my life. So that's a quote from her from August. And here we are in September. And as I said, oh, coffee fool. Coffee fool. Woof, woof, woof. Oh, dogs. Dogs. I love these pictures. I get them from magazines. From that one I love. I took a picture. Okay, so I hope this doesn't offend anybody, but I took a picture of Ingrid Bergman from Casablanca, and I put a cat head on her. I just think that's great. Okay. So I finished The Misfit. I showed you that last week, and then I have been doing a lot of stitching on page 19, and so I'm going to show you that now. So here is Eden. The first 18 pages are here. I'm not going to take it off the frame because it's, no. Okay. But here is page 19. For those of you who've been watching my progress. I think I can probably kick this out tonight. It's probably about 500 to 700 more stitches. No, less than that. Maybe 300 to 500 I think is in here. This is being done on an 18 count white Aida. And this is the whole pattern. I contacted the artist named Holly Sierra. For those of you who don't know, if this is your first time, those of you who know this work, pardon my repeating. So I contacted Holly Sierra. I asked her if I could please, please, please make a pattern out of this painting that I've been obsessed with since 2008. Yeah, 2008. And she gave me permission, so I put it in my Max Stitch and I've been working on it. So this is, so the first 18 pages are the top here, right? And then the head, it goes down to the head, and the birds. The birds. That's what I showed last time when I showed this. And then so here I am, here is this arm and this shell is right there. So that's what's happening with Eden. Yep. How about some thrift shop finds? Would you like to see? Very good. Well, let's start with this one. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. This is for you, Sarah, Northwood Stitcher. So Sarah loves thrift shops finds too. And so I was so inspired. I thought, oh, I have to show this because Sarah's going to love it. Fun, fun, fun. And it's blue. My favorite color is blue. So there you go. All right. So last week I talked about finding things in thrift shops and saving them. This is one I found. I hope I can do this without glare. It is beautifully backed. It has been beautifully, beautifully framed in a gorgeous frame. Look at that. Oak. It's beautiful. Really, it's like in perfect condition. And this is what it is. Look at this. Is that not beautiful? Look at that matting. I'll just bring it out so you can see the whole experience. Oh, wow. And then I'll bring it in. I'll try to do this so you don't get nauseous. But look at these. It's beautiful. I think this is a Belfast linen. It looks like 28 to me, but I could be wrong. Of course, there's no, you know, the lady or man, could be a man. I'm feeling a female vibe on this though, for some reason, you know? I'm feeling a grandma vibe. They're all full squares, full crosses, and some back stitching there. A few little, oh, where are those? Are those? Yes, they're tiny crosses. They're not French knots. Don't freak out, Jane. They're not French knots. They're just regular crosses. But it does have some, you know, beautiful stitchy stuff. But this is beautiful linen work. I mean, it's just lovely, lovely, lovely. That was my save. So I went in there and it was like 10 minutes before closing at this thrift shop. And she was like, I'm just letting you know we're going to close at 4 o'clock. And I'm like, oh my God. Okay. So I went right back to the back. It's always in the back corner of a thrift shop, right? Where you get the boxes of people's needlework or fabric or whatever their stash stuff is, always in the back. So the first thing I saw was this perforated paper. And I was like, oh yeah, we're going to grab us some of that. Yes, yes, yes. So I got some of that for Christmas. I like making Christmas ornaments on the perforated paper, which I will show you when it gets to be closer to Christmas. I should probably show you now because to get it done, I'm going to have to. And then I found this. This is a Blossoms for Monza and Damask. I like the crab apple. So these are just cute little little teeny tinies, right? They're just, they're probably, they're like 1.5 inch. They're like 1.5 to 2 inches. Even I could get these finished. Yeah, so that was, all of these were 10 cents, by the way. She charged me 10 cents for each one of these things. The perforated paper and this. This one is sweet. I just grabbed everything that was cross stitch. So this is I have no idea who did this. It's a sampler. A sampler, hanging wall sampler thing. This is copyright circa. I have no idea. It does not tell me what year this was made. Wah, wah. The last pattern that was in this 10-cent bin. Again, sorry, shouting out Stitching Roadie because... Oh yes! Busy Bee! Oh my goodness! Look at that! Oh, I so love this pattern. Oh my god, but I just love the hive and the little bees. They're weird bees too. They're not like your normal bees. They're like, can you see that? They're like, okay, let me just see if it'll focus in. There we go. Look how odd they are. Like, these are the weirdest designed bees I've ever seen. How doth the little busy bee improve each shining hour and gather honey all the day from every open flower? Ooh. I just love it. And of course, I wish I had found that sheep as well. Oh, that little sheep is just the bomb diggity right there. Look at this Duke. Love him. Yeah, I have a thing for sheep too. Oh, so the other thing I found at this place was a whole bunch of stitchy goodness. Fabric. You can never have too much fabric, right? So that was fun. 10 cents. And it's a 5 by 18 piece, a 12 by 12 piece, and a 12 by 18 piece. Not bad. A hoop, which I don't know if she charged me anything for it, actually. This is 11.5 by 20. What a score. 32 white Belfast. Score! And it was $4, but she charged me $2. Love this shop. Here's some linen, 22 count, even weave. 6 inches by 12.5 inches for $1. Score! And a Witchlet Imports, compliments of Witchlet Imports. Friends Who Count in Bradford, Connecticut did this funny little pattern, which she charged me nothing for. It was just sitting there. Here is, this is cross stitch fabric 22. It says hard anger. I don't think that's true. I think it is 22 count, but I think it's even weave. I don't know why that says that. Doesn't, anyway, it's green. I like it. And it looks like they're 6 by 6 squares, which is nice, and it's 22 count. There were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags. Yes, you heard me right. They're bags with little lacy tops. Oh my God. Holy mackerel, what a fun thing to find. And you know, there you can stitch them up all the way around. Right? I don't know how I'm going to do it. I have no idea. I don't know if I have to I'll have to do it in hand, I guess. These will have to be stitched in hand. But how much fun is that? 5 of these, and she charged me $1 each. Just crazy. And here's my blue. I knew this was my day when I found this blue. This is one of my favorite DMC blues. $7.96. How beautiful. Oh, look at the shine on that. Shine on harvest blue. DMC. Yes. We love this color. Oh God, it's so gorgeous. I could look at this all day long. Okay, I'm addicted to DMC floss. You know, just hey, it's who I am. This is kind of fun. Aunt Martha's Eagles and Birds of Prey iron-on transfers. Laura, when I saw this, I was like, okay. And I don't know which stitch shop I got this for, but I got it again for like 50 cents. They're kind of weird. They're not these are not birds that I could see Laura stitching, but I thought that eagle was fantastic. Anyway, there was whole dog journals were free, so I can use more pictures and read articles about dogs. The declaw disagreement. If you're gonna use poison for rodents, be careful of where you put it so your dogs don't eat it. Socializing your puppy. Canine acupuncture. A loose dog coming. Prepare for dogs off leash that are overzealous, or worse, they're attacking you and your dog in the dog park. So teaches you how to have a plan. Why won't Fido eat from his bowl? Some dogs insist on being hand-fed. What is the problem? Not my dogs. As a matter of fact, can I just say, during this week's bake, so I baked and prepped last week. I showed you guys how I do that, right? So this week's bake is a cauliflower, tomato, pepper, onion with Italian spices. Always good to have Italian spices. Herby jar. And salt. Salt is always appropriate. So I was doing that, and I turned around and I had two beautiful green peppers like I had last week. Beautiful green peppers. I turned around and one of them was missing. And I thought, now that's odd. Either I am now senile and I only bought one pepper, or something has happened to the other pepper. Well, in the short time that it took me to go to the bathroom and come back, my dog Taki had done some counter surfing. I now have little pepper seeds all over the kitchen floor that need to be vacuumed up. Love my dogs. Boy, that Taki though, he will eat anything. Anything. I have some things I would like that I have found in the thrift shop that I would like to give away. And Sarah, Northwood Stitcher, sent me a spinning wheel. So, one of the things I want to give away is, this is a dimensions kit that has birds, and it's a heart. It's like an anniversary kit. It comes with all the floss, and it is 10 by 10, a 14 count Ada, okay? If you would like this, let's do this. In the description below, let's put, I don't know, dove. Let's use the word dove in the description. So leave me a message, leave me a comment in the description, and if you would like this dimensions kit, put the word dove. And I will do the spinning thing. I will put people's names in a spinning wheel, and then next week we will find out who got it. Here's another one. So if you think that you're getting off that easy, no. Here's another one. So this is a Riolis. Is that how you say this? Riolis. Okay, here's another little pattern. Comes with the kit. I don't know, is the floss in here? Hang on, I may be... Yes. These are beautiful colors. Nice. This is a little kit. It is from Riolis. It is girl's birth announcement. But of course you can put anything on here. You don't have to. Okay? A little teddy bear with little hearts. Let's do baby. No, let's do the word bear. Oh no, there's more. Just wait. This is a lavender and lace with a little girl walking with a bird, and it's an alphabet sampler. Okay. So this one, let's call it Little Girl. Okay. Little Girl. Okay. I better write this down. I have another lavender and lace, and many people already have this or know this one. This is the Christmas Noel. So we will say Noel for this. If you would like this, please put in the comments below Noel. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. This one is Button Up Your Heart #1, Cherish and Love, designed by Kathy Jean for the Victoria Sampler. Okay. There's this one. There's also this one, which is paw prints. Now, don't feel bad, I'm giving this away. I love my dogs, but I've already done a doggy sampler for them. Paw prints. Okay, so designed for dogs or cats. You can do the cat up there. So the chart says, dogs come into our lives and too quickly go, leaving paw prints on our hearts, and we are never quite the same again. But let's say these two, if you would like these two, let's say we'll call these paw prints, and I'll send them both to you. Okay? So you will get this one, and you will get this one. So, yeah, and if I only have one person asking for a specific one of these, so let's say you only are the only person who wants Dove, I'll just mail it to you. If you're the only person who wants either one of the lavender and laces, either Little Girl or Noel, I'll mail those to you. Or if you want the Riolas and you put Bear in there and you're the only one who puts Bear. I don't have that many subscribers, so you know, I'm hoping that the wheel will not be too hard to do. If I don't do the wheel, if the wheel doesn't work for me, what I'm going to do is literally handwrite everybody with a slip of paper, and I promise I will do this honestly. I'll put your names on a slip of paper, and I'll put them in a bowl, and I'll pull them out for each one of these, okay? So this is paw prints. You get both of these. Noel. Little Girl, Bear, Dove. Okay? There you go. My fantabulous decaf. I want to do some shout outs here. Chris at XrossStitch with an X. He is the Mr. Rogers of Flosstube. Chris, you're delightful. I absolutely adore you. There is something about you, I think because I was in theater for 30 something years. And you know, I'm still a SAG-AFTRA actress, so I've been voting for the strike. So sorry guys if you're angry at those of us who are holding up all the TV scripts, but it is worth it. That strike is really important. So yeah, Chris, I think theatrical, I just get you, and I love the story that you're telling. He's telling a long drawn out episodic story of his mom, and I don't know, you know, I just stitched with my mom. My mom was a great woman. She was kooky and amazing. And Chris, you make me think about my mom, and you make me, when I'm stitching now, I stitch with my mom. She's sitting right next to me. And when I was watching your latest Flosstube, I was so connected to you and the story that you're telling about your mom and your grandmother, and thank you, bless you for that. It's just a lovely, lovely thing that you do on your channel. If you don't know Chris, please check him out. He's amazing. I I have already talked to you about Jane and Julie running with scissors. Yeah, I can't even tell you how amazing they are. So you're just going to have to trust me and go look at their channel. The other folks that I have recently been stitching with are Pam and Steph. Just keep stitching. Oh, yes. Episode 313. I loved it so much. I mean, I'm actually going back. You guys have over 300 videos. Like, it's going to take me a while to binge watch you too. You're amazing. Love you guys. Lost in Stitches also is a wonderful one. Her video number 13 she did with her mom. Ugh. Lisa is Lost in Stitches. And Lisa is very inspirational to me also. I've been watching her since her very first YouTube video that made me cry, quite honestly. Her courage is just stunning, and her stitching is freaking gorgeous. Oh my God. So yeah, Lisa, heart to you. She lives in Canada, by the way, and she's wonderful. Please check her out. Lizzy the Stitcher from New Zealand. You're a delight. You're a delight, my Kiwi. I just adore you. And that was a terrible attempt at a New Zealand accent. Okay, I promised you an old finish. This is my first full coverage piece that I did. I was intimidated when I did my first full coverage. I was scared, and I didn't really know what I was doing. Anyway, here it is. This piece is called God and His Children, or All God's Children, maybe. It's by the artist Michelle Gallagher, and it's only 9 different colors. And I started it, it's on 18 count, and I started it in, like I said, 2002, but I didn't finish it until, gosh, 2019, I think. 2021, 2019. Anyway, there's a section up here. I started in this corner, and I got to there, and you can kind of see where I stopped. Let me see if I can show you. You can see where I stopped because I left it in the frame or in the loop, and it got dust on it, and I tried so hard to clean that out, but I ended up just going on and stitching on it anyway and finishing it up. I really do like it though. Anyway, I finally finished it. I love the ruffles here. I love the I love the way that the fabric. This was really fun to stitch actually. And his little toes. His little toesies. Oh, okay. That's my very first not great, sort of messed up. The tension is kind of messed up on here too. It's not great tension, but anyway. But yeah, that was my very first fully finished cross-stitch piece. An oldie but a goodie. I'd like to leave you guys this week with a poem. I've been thinking a lot about just letting go of the nonsense, especially here in America on the news. There's a lot of political nonsense. There's a lot of social nonsense. And I don't mean to make light of it, but I feel pretty powerless over some of the ugliness that's going on. And I'm a therapist, and I work with people who are in pain. And it's an honor to help people process their pain and find resilience and find independence from their past. That's really important to me. I think it's the service I was born to do. I had an experience that took me into therapy. Well, I had a lot of childhood stuff, but I also had a specific experience when I was 19 and 20, before I went off to England, that was very traumatizing. But I didn't deal with it until I was 29. I lived in a lot of suffering for a long time. And I had an extraordinarily gifted therapist who let me process my pain and not wallow in it. She taught me the difference between self-pity and grief. She taught me the difference between all of my emotions, basically. And she encouraged me to learn about myself at the very deepest roots. And that's work I still do today. It's work that I still continue to do. As you heard, you know, I'm in the first year without my brother. And I'm in the first year without Kitty, who was incredibly dear to me, like my grandmother here in Waynesboro. And both my parents are dead. All my grandparents are dead. I have one aunt left, and all the other aunts and uncles are gone. I have some cousins that have passed too. So pain is real. I think I said this before. Pain is the pathway to peace, my friends. That's the second part of that serenity prayer that I said earlier. That we need to be living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, understanding that pain is the pathway to peace. We need to be taking this world exactly as it is, trusting that all things will come out well. And in the meantime, allowing ourselves to be relatively happy and joyful as much as we can in the moment, and understanding that this too shall pass. And so, with that in mind, this is called She Let Go by Safire Rose. She let go. She let go. Without a thought or a word, she let go. She let go of fear. She let go of the judgments. She let go of the confluence of opinions swarming around her head. She let go of the committee of indecision within her. She let go of all the right reasons. Wholly and completely, without hesitation or worry, she just let go. She didn't ask anyone for advice. She didn't read a book on how to let go. She didn't search the scriptures. She just let go. She let go of all the memories that held her back. She let go of the anxiety that kept her from moving forward. She let go of the planning and all the calculations about how to do it just right. She didn't promise to let go. She didn't journal about it. She didn't write the projected date in her day timer. She made no public announcement and put no ad in the paper. She didn't check the weather report or read her daily horoscope. She just let go. She didn't analyze whether she should let go. She didn't call her friends to discuss the matter. She didn't do a 5-step spiritual mind treatment. She didn't call the prayer line. She didn't utter one word. She just let go. No one was around when it happened. There was no applause or congratulations. No one thanked her or praised her. No one noticed a thing. Like a leaf falling from a tree, she just let go. There was no effort. There was no struggle. It wasn't good and it wasn't bad. It was what it was. And it is just that. In the space of letting go, she let it all be. A small smile came over her face. A light breeze blew through her, and the sun and the moon shone forevermore. If you're having trouble letting go of something, you can. And if you know someone recently who let go and is no longer with us physically, it's okay. We're with you. We, the Flosstube community, us stitchers out here, whether we have YouTubes or not, there are millions of women and men with needles and thread stitching with you. I hope you find peace this week, and until we meet again, my name is Campbell, and this is Stitch Therapy. Peace. Be well.
You're not the first to ask, probably